Is flying on the Vatsim network difficult? There are plenty of things you can do to make it easier for yourself. So in this video, we're going to go through some of them things you can do. So if you've never flown on Vatsim before and you're looking to go into it, or if you're an absolute veteran, then some of these you might not have done or you might not have thought about. So what is Vatsim? Vatsim is a virtual network of real people controlling virtual airspace and on the ground, giving you clearance and telling you what to do. It makes playing the game a whole lot more immersive. When I first started Vatsim, I had an absolute mare. I was getting things wrong. I was annoying many ATCs.
Listen to the frequency, please. This is not going to happen. We're busy. Heading to Brussels 131.1.
I remember the very first time I logged on, waiting to ask for clearance. I sat there for about 20 minutes, sweating, and after about 15 minutes, I just logged off because I got really nervous. But after I did it my first time, and once you do it a few times, once you get things in place to make it easier, and we'll go through them in a minute, it just becomes so much more fun. If you're looking to fly on the Vatsim network, here are a few things that I suggest to make your life a hell of a lot easier. Now, with the nervousness, you're just going to have to overcome that on yourself. There's not much I can really do there to help or to guide you. But having these things in place might lower it and it will make it a bit more interesting. Now, in the next video, I'm going to go through these tips in much more detail. This video is just going to be a little taster. So if you're interested in that, if you're looking to fly on the Vatsim network, make sure you like the video and hit the subscribe button so you catch that next video. So what's the first thing you can do to make your life easier? Notepad and pen, even a scrap bit of paper, even your arm. Just make sure you've got something in front of you that you can write down quickly. So don't use a clicky pen. A pencil will work, just something so you can literally grab it and write down. You'll mainly need this for when you're on the ground, when you're getting clearance, so you can write down your squawk code, your SIDS, and stuff like that. But it's mainly for when you're flying, and if ATC come on and ask you to change your heading, your altitude, or to give you a star, then you can write it down. You can read that and literally read that back to the ATC rather than trying to remember it while flying your plane, and then you can get all discombobulated. So notepad and pen, that is the first thing you'll need, and it's mainly the most important thing you'll need. Number two, for me, is a second screen, or your mobile phone or a tablet. So why is the second screen helpful? Well, it's to have other windows open while you're flying, most importantly being vPilot for when if you get messages from ATC or even other players. And the other reason is you can have Vatsim radar open to the side, or even I used to do it on my phone. Before I had a second screen, I'd have it on my phone in front of me. That way I can see other players for when there's no ATC on, or when there is ATC, I can see where I am. So if I'm flying over France and I see that there's Italy on, and I'm going to Rome, I can look on Vatsim radar, note down the frequency of the ATC, and that way I'm ready to go. So when he sends me the message to contact him, I'm already zoned in. I'm ready to go. So that is what I suggest, having a second screen, a phone, a tablet, to have vPilot and Vatsim radar open. The more you know ahead of time, the easier it will be. So a second screen or a phone, really helpful. Now the third thing, you don't have to pay. I think you can get it free, but I pay. It's very reasonable. I think I pay £7 a month for it. Is Navigraph for all your charts, for your SIDS, your stars, and it does have it where it can tell you where you are on the ground live. It has like a little arrow to tell you where you're going, which makes taxiing an absolute doddle. Also, you can see the taxiway markings, the Juliet, the Alpha, the Bravo. So when you get taxi instructions, it's the easiest way you can do that. And if, like I say, if you've got a second screen, you can have that open. So when you get your taxi instructions, you can look ahead. Right, I'm going left here, right here, bish, bash, bosh, and you know where you're going. And the fourth thing for me is flying the same plane. I fly the A320. I did go on the Vatsim network once on a 747 back when I was doing my FedEx runs. It was horrible. I hadn't flown the 747 very long. There was ATC on when I took off, and it was just, he was giving me instructions straight away, and I couldn't really control it to the point where I think I annoyed him. So I had to do a lot of apologising and a lot of grovelling at the end of it. And from that day onwards, I decided no, A320 it was my starter plane. I know it like back of my hand. Until I get comfortable on Vatsim, I'm going to stick with the A320. I'm yet to go back in the 747 just purely because I like the A320. It's a great plane, but I think I'll wait until someone brings out a study level 747 to do that. So whatever plane you feel most comfortable in flying Microsoft Flight Simulator or whatever the other game you're playing, use that plane for a long time on Vatsim until you understand how Vatsim works and you've got your calls down. Once you feel comfortable in that plane, mainly to do with the Vatsim network, regardless of how the plane works, then you can go on to different planes. So that would be my advice. So like I said, I'm going to go into more detail about these points in the next video. So if you're still watching, make sure you subscribe. I'm going to film some stuff on my phone. I'm going to film my setup so you guys can see how I run. So yeah, if you're interested in that, subscribe, and it'll be coming up soon. Let me know down in the comments section if you've got any ideas. If you're a veteran of the Vatsim network, we're all beginners here. Well, we all started out as beginners. So if you've got any ideas, let me know in the comments. And if you've never flown on Vatsim, then let me know what your thoughts are about this video. If this helped you, if it did help you, that would be great. Let me know. Give the video a like and subscribe. And yeah, any other advice you need, post it down below and I'll make a video on it.